Hello, dear one. This is my beloved husband today with us in the house, Gregor. He helps me with the technicalities here around. Of course, today we updated our program, and so to make sure that we are live and that, yes, okay, great, okay, good. Ciao. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. So, uh-huh. Super. Thank you. All right. There you go. Good. That's a good start with I love you. Beautiful. And beautiful was also this day today. Oh my God. This spring, it does something really. It's so magical for me. Mm. And when I was sitting down there in this some spring days ago, before it's okay. So whoever is watching, please let me know if you hear me well. If you see me, that would be a good feedback for me, so I know um, everything's in order and we can start together. Okay, yeah, it's okay. It's okay. I will maybe go a little more towards the computer and it should be fine. So before this rain here in Istria and Slovenia, there were some very nice spring days already. And I was just thinking, oh yes, inspired by the sun and by the birdies here in our paradise garden that we have, for which I'm so grateful. Um, I was just thinking spring edition is on. So welcome here with me to the Divine Attunement Spring Edition. Hello, hello, dear Bruno. Nice to have you with me, with us. Um, and yeah, I feel like this spring is super potent, super, super potent. I feel like all the old can now melt within the new and within all this new life force that is awakening in the nature and also in us. And I can really feel it in my body. There is a new vitality, a new level of awareness, of awakeness, of aliveness within me. I still feel kind of tired. It's like during the day, like going like this, you know, tired from the old that was integrated and melted through that. And in the same time, I feel this newness, new power in me, and it's boosting me. Can you feel this too? Can you feel the spring within you? the new thing is I can see your comments now. Yoo-hoo! Because as I said before, we updated this thing. Yeah, you can see how technical I am. Not at all. And it's okay, you know. I feel so strongly in me that it's okay to delegate um, the the things that you are not an expert in to other people. And it's absolutely okay to take this money into your hands. Also, if it's, sometimes uncomfortable or makes you feel like, oh God, I'm so afraid of having too little when I give it away. But to consciously be aware of what is popping up, in this very moment, all these old beliefs. And we have so many regarding the finances, don't we? I'm quite sure I'm not sitting alone in this boat. I mean, yes, when I was a child, my parents were, when we came to Germany when I was 5 years old, they were quite struggling with finances. And I developed different beliefs and emotional patterns, that were running in my life. And and I feel how challenges come up, how this old emotional chemical cocktails start running through my body when I want to take money in my hands to give it to someone who's an expert in something that I have to do as a spiritual entrepreneur, but I don't. First, I don't have the expertise. And second, it's not my highest joy. It's not my passion to do that. And I know there are so many people out there who can do it so much more effective and better than me. And to take this money consciously and to know that it's good to invest this money into something like that, because by the end of the day it all comes back. And that's just one example, of this old emotional patterns that keep coming up in us. And they keep us there where we are, you know. They keep us there where we are. And by doing everything, and I think Einstein said that, by doing everything on the same level, then the problem is here. It's not solved. We need to do something new, something different. And with these emotions, wow, in the last times, there are coming quite some people to me and asking me, because they know I work since so many years with myself, with these emotions, with these emotional patterns, with this um, stuckness that can occur. And they ask me, hey, how did you manage? How did you manage? I remember, the people from before. How did you manage to be now like this? Because I see you're authentic. You're not just playing. And they know me from before. They called one of my best homie friends called me emotional volcano, and she didn't mean it in a positive way. So yeah, um, I really went into research, because one day I realized, hey, I'm hurting. I'm hurting myself, but especially I also hurt others through this poof, bursting out with my all these big feelings that I felt and that I still feel. But now, today, it's mostly, not all, there are still stuff that comes up, absolutely. As long as we are here on this planet, will still be stuff that comes up in us, um, which is negative, if you want to. Huh? Okay. But it's mostly positive. I still explode, but in a good way, in a supportive way for me, in a growth aligning way for me and for others. And it was a lot of work. I do not want to lie to you. It was a lot of work, many, many years. You know, I started going into this stuff when I was around 19 years old, something like that, consciously, even though from when I was a child, um, my senses were very awake and alive. I had the impression more than by my colleagues, you know, in the kindergarten and in the school. So I always felt a little off, a little different in a way. Yeah. And a big, big key for me is again and again, you know, it sounds so kitschy in a way, but it's love, really. And radical allowance to really melt this resistance that we have towards these emotions that we were maybe told they are not good to be felt, or they are negative, or they are not pleasant for others, you know. And through that we suppress them. We either suppress them, or we react out of them, and they become bigger and bigger. And we also call them elementals. And from one point, they really develop an own life by themselves. And this is where it's getting, yeah, not nice, you know. And where we are under the influence of these entities, of this, yeah, big emotions. And I studied many, many years to come up with my emotional integration tool, of which I'm so proud of, like from my heart, you know. And this doesn't come from my ego, but from my heart. Like, it's a feeling of being really proud of myself, but also being so grateful for it, because I know how much it's transformed me within. And through that, I started to see a new reality, you know. I started to attract, for example, new relationships with men. Um, and I could almost measure my spiritual evolvement, my new consciousness, my new transformational inner alchemical process by the new relationships I had and I attracted into my life. And then I also started attracting physical things, you know, like a house and so on. I mean, it's not just a house that I attracted, but it's exactly when I closed my eyes, since I'm a child, I was a child, and I felt into my home, and I didn't know when it's gonna come, but when I felt inside of it, then it felt exactly like I feel here in the house, and especially in my garden. It's this feeling of such a deep peace and finding my space in this world. This, for example, was always um, a big issue in my life, a big longing in my life to find my space here on earth. Even though I feel, I know, I sense, and I also sometimes remember, not always, but sometimes I remember parts of of my from where I am, and this is not this earth. And I know that all the people that are here and that come into my field and I attract, um, are maybe similar, not same. We are never the same. We are all individuals in different parts of this beautiful, big play and divine consciousness, but similar longings, you know. I can feel this very, very deeply in my heart. And also, very oftentimes, similar visions that connect us. As so have my husband Gregor and I, you know, to have this. At the beginning, we thought it's a community living kind of with each other. We saw kind of a monastery. Mm, but, you know, I'm a lioness and I love my intimate space and I like to have a lot of it, you know. And now it feels more to me that it's going to be mm, a kind of soul family, not a kind, but soul family, living close to each other. This, yes, but not in the same, like sharing one garden, sharing one living space, and so. But everybody has their own house, their own flat, or whatever everybody wishes for. And we are all independent and in our own grounded spirituality, grounded in that. And we also all have our own businesses and wealth. I feel it's going to be so prosperous, you know, so abundant, and everybody contributes to that for themselves, and then through common projects like, for example, buying land where we can have permaculture and we can make our own food. That's amazing, you know. Or maybe having our own water source on this land. Um, and also my big vision is to have this new societies where in the kindergartens the children are told and taught how to stay connected with this depth in them, with this neutral depth, with their deepness, with their source, you know, this divinity in them. How to stay connected and not lose the connection like so many of us in our generations did, you know. But also how to handle emotions. This is what I'm always here talking about very often. And how to handle the thoughts that they don't play a game with us, you know, and have us under control, but that we make use of our minds. And um, and when we don't wish that the mind gets involved, that it can also silent down. And that's just a matter of training. And when we teach the children from the very beginning these things, then wow, imagine what adults they can be and what awareness of their power and of their influence in the world they will have, what intuition, what openness, what consciousness these children would have and will have and are already starting to have, because it's happening. I feel this more strong, more concrete in my own body than ever before. And it's getting concrete, and I'm like, whoa, really? It starts? Yoo-hoo! And I feel like this is why I came here. And I know that many of you have the same feeling. Is this true? You can, I love to read from you, you know, you can involve yourself into this. I more and more love the thought of community in an independent, grounded way, open hearted, open minded way. Yes. So please share yourself with me. I would feel honored and welcome you into this space. Yeah. So I feel like You're a beautiful angel. I love you, my angel. Thank you so much, dear Bruno. Thank you. I take it from the heart and into my heart. Thank you so much. Um, as this is called Spring Edition, mm, I didn't get any information beforehand, and it happens very often now with me that I don't get any information beforehand, just some little snippets, maybe not, because with me it's like this, it just pours in the moment, and it pours for exactly these people, for nobody else, but these people that are receiving it here and now, that are receiving themselves and our source and me, and the people that will still receive it once I upload it then later on. So I would like to invite us all into feeling. So we go from the thoughts now, from the thinking mind, we revisit it later, and we now drop down into our bodies and into the heart space. And that's also beautiful preparation for our divine attunement, our 10 minutes that will come then after that. But first, I feel that I want to invite you to feel into your body, to feel into your field, which it extends your physical body. We all know that. It's never too many times to tell that. To just connect, be present. What means connect? Be present with that, right? So I am now present with my body and the field around my body, and all the information that is stored within my field and within my body. And I know that all of you, my soul family, that are here with me, you already feel a direction that the spring wants to awaken in you, a direction in any kind of part of your life. It can be financially, it can be in your relationship to you, it can be in the relationship with others, it can be in any kind, in any part of your life, what belongs to your life. It can be a situation, it can also be that you connect and feel very strongly that the direction, that life, that God, if you want to call it that, I do, that your whole being and your higher self and soul want to now um, sail to. It can be that you feel in your body which emotional program, which emotional habit is standing in your way to full on sail. And when I say sail, I mean you feel the wind in your hair, you feel the wind on your skin, you are here and now. You experience life as it is right now. And it becomes not only a spiritual talk, but it becomes a deep experience in your body. This, I mean. And you can sail with the feeling in your heart of freedom towards it, towards what exactly you know is now laying next step on your path. And don't feel under pressure if you if you're not aware clearly of it. It may just be a feeling that seems still unfamiliar and new to you. But this feeling, this inner state of being is so strong, and you kind of feel it wants to come to you. It wants you to embody it. It wants you to experience it. This is what I mean. Connect to that now. Connect to this next step on your way, to the frequency of it. It can be in any aspect of your life. Allow yourself this magic now, this alchemy that is going to take place. How does your body posture change when you feel it, when you connect to it? When you tune yourself more and more into it? What does your body want to do? Feel this in your cells. I want to have a straight spine. I want to pump out my chest. I want to feel extreme lightness in my front chest area. It's like I would like to open up absolutely and put back my my neck and open up my hands in a receiving position. So what does your body want to do when you feel this next step, which is so important for your soul's path, for your soul's mission here that you chose before you came here on this amazing planet, amazing, crazy, challenging planet? I want to smile. Whew. I am feeling how grounded I need to be to hold this. So feel into your body, allow this to yourself now to fully be here with me, with us, in this circle that we're building again today. This beautiful circle of brothers and sisters that come together. Oh, I love you. That come together to experience unity, to experience divinity. I am so grateful that you're here. So grateful that you're here. And even though I don't see you, I see you. And I honor your existence. And I honor your decision tonight that you didn't go for a glass of beer or for the next distraction, but you're here. And now ask your body, and do it quickly. Don't think about it, just do it from your heart. What stands in the way? Which emotion stands in the way? Receive. Receive. It's the first impulse. can sit with that for a moment. And allow yourself to feel this new next opening, next step, and at the same time, this emotion that still stands in the way. To fully realize this, to fully embrace and embody this, to bring it into the body. Be with it. Be with both. And that can feel a little a little overwhelming, maybe even. And if it does, it's okay. It's okay. Sit with it. You can even feel like you want to escape. It's okay. Sit with it, with your awareness. Let everything pop up that is present right now in you. And go into your belly breath. Let your belly expand when you breathe in. And let this intense, big feelings now expand within you. Let them be felt within you with the full knowing that you're safe. Feel the roots going down out of your feet into the earth. Ground yourself with these big feelings. Ground them. Ground them. And feel them. Allow yourself to stay open while you do this. Even if you get the feeling you are freaking out or your heart can burst, it will not. You're strong enough to feel all of it now. It doesn't matter what is present. You're strong enough, you're mature enough to let it all sit with you in your field because it wants you to pay attention. It wants you to look at it. It wants you to love it like everything else on this earth. And feel in yourself, in your system, and your body, if you still feel resistance towards this emotion that stands in the way. And if you do, allow this resistance to be. Allow it to be. It's okay. I feel the resistance and I allow you now to be with me in my field. But you already feel the power that you just gained back because you don't let the emotion overwhelm you, but you allow it in your field like a queen, like a king, taking his, her power back into their hands where it belongs. And this is alchemy, guys. This is powerful. And now we're sliding further. You can feel safe, can feel taken care of because you are. You are guided here in this process. So you are absolutely safe to let yourself just be. You don't need to do, you don't need to achieve or accomplish, you don't need to create anything. Your pure presence, attentive, aware presence is enough. You can put your awareness onto the middle of your chest where your energetical heart space is located. And you can ask your spirit guides, God, Goddess, the universe, the higher intelligence, the multi-present love for guidance. You can ask for transformation. You can ask for inner peace. You can ask for help. In your own sacred way of prayer, of affirming, of calling in. And within this space, this magical space of the middle of your heart, you have the ability to tune into anything, any frequency that exists, and every other frequency that potentially exists. It is that powerful. You are that powerful. And what does it mean to tune into any frequency you want? It means that once you attune yourself to one frequency, you start to dance with it, you start to resonate with it, you start to see it more in your life. You start to be it more. The more you attune yourself to the frequency you desire, and by you desire, I mean not from the ego space, I mean from this that your heart knows you belong to. These frequencies, I mean. And the more we attune ourselves to this frequency, the more we are that, the more we act out of that, the more we attract more like that. And for me, you know why I feel so close to the people here in this space? Because it connects us, for me, the highest frequency I can imagine and I want and I feel from my heart it wants and it's supposed to connect to be. This is why I feel so close to you. Because we have this in common. For me, there is nothing more golden, more yummy that can connect me to another human being but this. And so I invite you. It's not even me who invites you, you know? It's the divine who invites us to revisit this powerful space that we all that are here are already infusing, informing, strengthening, lightening up every single month. That's powerful. So today you are invited, we are invited to tap into this place even more deeply and wholly with our whole self, more than last month, more than yesterday, more than 1 hour ago. Yes, I love to challenge myself. I love to grow. I love to shine more and more and more because I see the miracles that are created through this shininess. I see them alive in my life, and I know many of you see them too in your lives already occurring. So let's tune in, my loves, into this womb of creatrix, into this creative, luminous, uncomparable, flowing, life force filled space. And let's take our next step with us there inside. Let's let this next step that we all felt now in the previous little meditation or exercise. Let's take it with us now into this space. Let's let it bath in this space. Let's let it be flown through in this space. Let's let this next step that we all felt become alive, become vibrant, melted in oneness with the divine. So it shall be manifested and magnetized into our lives in the most aligned way possible to our highest truth and nothing else than that. So I invite you to imagine, as we do every month, this tuning button in the middle of your chest, like the old radios that you could switch the frequency, that you could switch the radio station. You remember? And when I say tune into, I don't mean you need to create this frequency because it's already created in the most powerful way for us. And this is something that we are not used to because we are used to, we need to do, constantly do to survive, to make it, to provide. And this is the medicine. It's the medicine for exactly this inner habit and all the emotions that are connected with this habit. It heals it, it melts it into this new habit. This is why I love this also so much, because it makes me soft. It makes me trust. It makes me know that it's provided for us. And I don't need to do it, to create it, because it's already there. I just need to tune in, allow myself to tune into this frequency. And now I was letting you feel this space already so deeply that now it will be just a very easy process for you to fully tune in and surrender to this space. Take your next step with you and let it soak into this divinity. For approximately 8 to 10 minutes, I will not speak, and then I will start to sing what pours through. And so you know, when I start to sing, you have just 2 to 3 more minutes, and then it will be the end. So you can slowly return. This button in the middle of your chest, you can now turn until you feel the frequencies there of the divine creatrix, this space of creating out of the endless possibilities through the light of your will and of which is in the best case scenario aligned to the light of the divine will. To this space, I invite you to tune your button into now. And slowly come back. I wish you that you take time for integration, and I wish you that you step confidently towards this new step that you just received in full strength, in full awareness of it. There is no single doubt anymore in you now. That, oh, maybe it's not, maybe it's yeah, you know. What you know, you know. And now, my love, it's action, it's inspired action. And here's the difference between the old paradigm, which is the pressured action, the forcing action, the I need to, I have to, and the new paradigm of getting inspiration, going into the action from lightness. And you will see also the shoulders are more and more relaxed. They don't need this anymore. They can be relaxed more and more.